casting process was the most enjoyable. I mean, there's a lot of great things.
What did you do in the casting process?
I watched you.
A whole lot of the cast came from Yolandi's last film, Streets of Color. For example, Elliott, he was in Streets of Color, and you suggested him for Ant, and I'd never met him, but I'd seen Streets of Color, and he plays a drug addict in Streets of Color, and he's really convincing. I'm like, yeah, he's a really good actor, but like Ant, I need somebody who can like play verbal ball.
And I said, Michela, just give it a shot. And I called Elliott and I said, Elliott, you're going to do this audition. You're going to be exactly yourself. Nothing else.
Don't do anything except be yourself. Don't do anything else. Just be you.
Just exactly, no variation. Just
and maybe be a little bit older. I was like, sweet.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. She was right, okay, everyone, she was right. So Liam, he had that really authentic, kind of deep seriousness that matched Bolude. We needed somebody who was believably, very religious and Christian, but that didn't do it in such a way that felt sanctimonious.
He had that seriousness, but that warmth as well. And when him and Bolude did their chemistry test, it was same level. The wavelength was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Elliott and Liam could be real brothers.
Yeah, the casting of the McMaster family turned out so well. Like, they really look related to each other. David Collins.
And David Collins.
And the other 50% of the cast came from people that Bolude and I already knew from our communities, from our artistic communities. Like, I wrote several of the smaller characters for people that I already knew because, my husband is a classical Indian dancer. He's a Bharatanatyam dancer. So I knew I had the Bharatanatyam community right there, that I wanted to show the world, how cool they were. Sarah Mansour, the amazing woman who started Bankstown Poetry Slams, and I wanted to put her in this film so much, and she said yes. And unfortunately, with everything that was happening in Palestine, she wasn't able to be in the film. But she chose the person who played her. She said if I wanted anyone to represent me, it would be Layla. So Layla played her in the film. So there are lots of characters like that just came from the cultural communities around me, people I already knew who were already in my life, who were already leaders in their communities. Of course, Bolude was instrumental in bringing in people from the Yoruba community, because we didn't shoot this in Nigeria, even though parts of the film are set in Nigeria. They had never acted before, and they were amazing.
They were great. Wale Ojo.
Yes.
We were all, and Bolude, everyone was like, that's my dad. That's him.
He actually just started going off. He hadn't read the script, and we just told him the scenario, okay, this Yoruba girl, she's married, she's engaged to a white Australian guy, and she tells her dad, he's like, oh, I know the rest. And he's just like, and he starts going off on her. God bless Mr. Wale Ojo, because he was with us. He came on to the project when we were much bigger budget, and when we lost a lot of that budget and became a much smaller film, we lost a lot of people with it, but Wale stayed with us, and I'm just so grateful for that. He got the story, he got how important it was. He flew over from Nigeria, and
he was such a wonderful person as well. Yeah.